Taking the group picture here before getting the pool started. Love to see that.
Group pictures and also our good man strumming the air guitar.
I think that's one of my favorite things to see at DDR tournaments is that, you know, even though it's a tournament and everyone's competing against each other, everyone is usually really friendly, really excited for everyone else to do well. There's not a lot of bad blood or anything like that. It's a very collaborative atmosphere, even though people are trying their best to win.
I mean, who knows? Because these songs are randomized, maybe New Millennium. Never mind.
Nope. They are going to be doing New Millennium out of the gate. Best of luck to everyone on that. I'm glad it's not me.
I already have my fair share of playing this song as well.
I'm curious to see how well everyone knows this chart. I feel like this is one where it's so hard, even at this level. It wouldn't surprise me that much if one or two of these players might not know it super well. It's the kind of thing you might play once and then decide, I've had enough of this. We'll see.
Yeah, I've also been seeing in the options that these players are also they're putting more timing adjustments into the minus section because fun fact, New Millennium sync was changed. It used to be super late, now it's super early. It went like a whole 20. It went like a whole 20 milliseconds in the other direction.
And yeah, in this tournament, players are allowed to set their judgment offset to anything between -9 and +9, which helps adjust where you have to step relative to where the song is, which can be helpful in cases where the song is not synced the way you want. All right, I think we're about to get into it here.
First stage.
All right. Let's see what they got on New Millennium. Right out of the gate, it's already just so rude. These jacks, bursts, crossovers, it's really just got it all. We start to see here these like extremely hard crossover patterns, but I think most players are going to opt double step because they're just so difficult to actually do.
So far, nothing's really setting the nothing really so far. It's just neck and neck between these players.
Yeah, I mean this is really still anyone's game.
Yeah, first, yeah, it was like second becoming fourth, first becoming fourth, all over the place.
Got some foot switches here.
Yeah.
Also just mixed in with jacks. Kind of have to be ready to do whatever.
Yeah, and not only that, you still got to remember where those gimmicks are.
Yeah.
Through all of this. And also make sure to not try to miss none of those free throws which come from jumps. I mean, that's 6 points that you're going to lose if you don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, still going back and forth. Now the shoopa's in the lead.
Yeah, shoopa's pulling a little bit ahead, but there's still a lot of song left. I think really this comes down to who can not get so tired that they just stop being able to time it. It's just relentless.
Yeah, but so far, shoopa's now further extending that lead. There's still a lot more. There's still a lot more patterns left, but even so, shoopa is getting even more. 40.
Yeah, it is his pick, and it's showing why he picked it right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just this
really
last
good
little bit here. I think shoopa's got it.
Yeah. Those other ones don't matter. Amazing performance by shoopa.
Amazing performance by everyone.
Of course.
Making it through that.
You've got the moves to school the world.
Take a look at these point values.
Yeah, shoopa with a 965 machine score. But you can sort of, yeah, I mean, that is a tough 18. Even at this level where all these players are so good, that is a really tough
All right. Now, because since this is, I'm looking at this, yeah, this is one of the easier songs on this list right now. We're just going to be taking a break. Still going to be the same BPM, so...
Yeah, definitely physically much easier, although still very, very technical chart and very hard to time, I would say.
It's more on the crossovers than anything.
Yeah, it's very twisty, especially right at the beginning. It has these patterns where you cross over and then have to stay crossed over and do a drill for a long time.
And some of them are jacks. funny how they still kept the jacks that was supposed to be like a usable DDR Universe 3 chart, which you have to hold on a free zero and step on those jacks. And what they showed is like a different alternative to those jacks too. The big difference with this chart is that the strings follow the guitar in the background. It's kind of hard to hear, but once you do, it all makes sense.
Yeah, I do think this is one where it's really, really hard the first few times you play it. But like once you kind of know the song, it starts to make a little more sense. I wouldn't say it gets easy, but it gets a little easier at least. It's also a newer song.
Yeah, newer song from a much older version.
True. Yes. A new old song.
Yeah.
Second stage.
And this is Akemi's
Let's
pick.
get to the game.
Yeah, probably because he wants to take a break from the previous set.
Yeah,
that he's
understandably.
Trying. Of course. Already, all players starting off very strong after that slowdown.
You're dancing like a pro.
We have these crossover drills.
Yeah.
100 combo.
I think Chez and Andrew both did the crossover. I think Akemi and shoopa both chose the double step.
That was awesome.
But it's still very close right now.
200 combo.
Yeah. There's still going to be some big streams as well as like five note patterns. Frankly, none of them are crossovers.
300 combo.
Alright, they're still not out of the woods just yet.
Nobody can touch you. Show 'em off.
Here we start to have some small BPM changes, I think.
No,
Maybe
none of
coming up
them.
later.
It all happens at the very end. But even so, even without these BPM changes, you still have these green notes.
Yeah.
No matter if they're 12 or 30 seconds, you'll never know what's going to happen, especially at the ending where it slows down and you have no idea what the quantization is. But man, is it getting so close.
So
he
close,
has a
man.
1 point.
Andrew and shoopa. It's going to come down to this ending.
Hold your breath because it all comes down to this.
Andrew takes it with a really clean ending there. But super close.
Holy smokes, a full combo.
Akemi had 36 perfects, which is really good MA, but unfortunately picking up a few too many grace and misses.
Yeah, and even so, Andrew almost PFCing that chart too.
Yeah, super impressive.
All right, with the hard thing out of the way, we can now be comfortable. We can be comfortable in 17s.
Yeah, now we just get to relax on some nice, easy 17s. Haha.
Which language do you want to use?
Next up we have Lose Your Sense 17 and Sakura Sunrise Challenge 16.
Your pin. Enter your pin.
Lose Your Sense is Andrew's pick. Sakura Sunrise is a random song.
Yeah, and even so, even if you know the gimmicks alongside Sakura Sunrise, this is probably going to be the easiest set out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because going after Spanish Snowy Dance and Midnight War back to back, those are tough 17s.
Yeah, they are.
These tracks are off
So
the
this is
hook.
the break section, but
To
of
be
course, you still have to try. When you have to try as hard as you can to get marbles on every step, nothing is really break. You can always kind of exert more energy, try to time things a little bit better, which I'm sure everyone is going to be trying to do here.
All right, song selected, and it's going to be Lose Your Sense first.
It's another newer song. The main notable feature of it, I would say, is that it has a lot of stops, a lot of abrupt slowdowns that you have to know. But other than that, physically, it's not so bad. It's only 170, I think, or okay, it's 350. Well, yeah, I think it's like 175.
It is 175 BPM mainly. Usually you'll see it in the core BPM once you, unfortunately nobody has checked it out first. If you just put it into speed rate, you'll find out what it is.
It does have that part at the end. I guess, yeah, like the reason it has the 352 top speed is there is this part at the end where you kind of have to have memorized. There's these little zooms that go up the screen really fast. And you sort of have to know what the next pattern is for 2 different parts. It's not so hard to memorize if you're like, especially if you're playing it a few times in a row, but when you're playing in like a tournament setting and you just have one shot, it's a little scary.
Of course. And I think that's what's so great about current song list. You're still going to be having like these BPM gimmick heavy charts. There's just not going to be much to memorize like the entire song list. It's really nice. Even though that part of me absolutely loves BPM changes, that will never change my fact.
Yeah.
Let's dance.
All right, getting right into this.
I expect this to be a mostly sort of timing battle. I think like players at this level, physically, nothing in this chart is going to present a huge difficulty. It's really just going to be about who can time it the best.
Yeah, timing and memorization. That really is the difficulty throughout this entire chart.
Yeah.
As we saw, there was just that one little part where it had 12. But there really isn't much. That really is like one of the few places where there are 12s in the chart.
Yeah, it's a lot of broken 16s. There is this low call in the section.
But so far, yeah, all these
First, second, and third are neck and neck right now. Chez is very slightly behind, but even still, like 10 is an amount that you can come back by.
Yeah, break time, and already, yeah, this is still a really close match. All right, this is where some of the gimmicks get a little more crazy.
Yeah, there are some stops here that you kind of have to know, but it looks like all 4 of these players know this chart.
Yeah. And what people consider to be called rocket gimmicks, where it just immediately speeds up like the moment on the first
We're about
step.
to see this here. You really kind of have to have memorized like what those next 3 notes are when that happens. And then there's also that part which you kind of have to know is coming. Chez is falling behind a little bit, maybe not quite as familiar with the chart. Also, shoopa is falling a little bit behind. ANDROO is starting to pull ahead, but still pretty close between him and Akemi. There's crossovers here at the end.
Yeah, there's still some crossovers in there, but nothing too egregious. Here comes some stops.
ANDROO looks like he's starting to pull away with it. It is his pick, so he definitely looks really comfortable on it.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to take it pretty comfortably.
Dancing like a pro.
Nice. Yes, ANDROO does take it by a pretty healthy margin.
Your skills
39-1. Great score.
He's pretty sizable all around. And you got to give it to all these players. They survive this chart with very, very few misses.
Yeah.
I think everybody just light for that chart too.
Next up we have Sakura Sunrise 16, a newer challenge chart to an old song. What are the notable features of Sakura Sunrise? I feel like it's
It really is just the foot speed.
it's a lot of like box runs, I think. Isn't
It is box runs. Actually, I think that really is all of it. It is just.
I don't really think there's like crossovers. There's no BPM trickery. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. I don't really find anything egregious in this 16. Outside of those box runs, and it's 181 BPM, so really the foot speed is going to be put to the test.
Yeah. I think ANDROO, Akemi, and shoopa all have nice looking PFCs on this chart, so I think everyone is going to be, you know, familiar.
Prepare.
And even so, like we said about foot speed, it already sends in these triplets right at the beginning too. Unfortunately hitting quite a few good.
Yeah.
But there's still quite a lot of song left for it to catch back up. So it's even so, he has managed to get a 100, managed to get like an over 100 white combo just to catch up. Really great job.
Yeah, but this is neck and neck. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see this go down to basically an end song with only a few X difference on this kind of song at this level.
We must be on top because
And there's still more footsteep patterns with those box runs coming up at the end as well.
Yeah, you get kind of a break here in the middle.
Yeah.
8 notes.
All right, here comes another box run. All players just not letting up.
Starting to see maybe a little bit of a gap between first and second and third and fourth here. But between first and second, I mean, it's just going back and forth right now. It's anybody's game.
But even so, Akemi managed to get back to single digits.
Yeah, I mean, it's one difference right now, two maybe.
But even so, it's so close. It's so close. Oh my gosh, hold your breath.
Andrew does hold on to it at the end there. But that was a nail biter.
Yeah. Just one marvelous and
Wow,
one miss.
13 and 1. That's an incredible score. And shoopa with 18. I mean, incredible scores all around.
Absolutely. Like I said, like a difference of one marvelous can either just like tie or give you the win.
Yeah. All right, so that was the second set. We still have 2 songs left. Currently, the standings are Andrew has 25 points, shoopa at 21, Akemi at 16, and chez at 6.
Yeah. All right, while we select our new songs, it's that time of the hour. Hello, guys. Welcome to Mistake on the Lake 6. I want to give a shout out to our biggest sponsor, Red Note. Red Note is a Las Vegas rhythm game destination and a regular sponsor of all rhythm game events. By rhythm gamers, for rhythm gamers, with some big surprises coming from Japan in 2026. As always, thank you to Round 1 for their hospitality. Always gotta love that $1 for every ice cream.
Yeah.
Always love to go for that one.
I love that round 1 is open until 2 a.m. Hard to find places open that late these days. It's nice if you're trying to get a late night session in.
Of course. One of our new sponsors here is Green Deck. Green Deck is a Japanese music distributor working with popular VTubers and music creators, featuring albums from Hamarju, Camellia, Naoki, DJ Shimanura, Relax, and Hardcore Techno C, and many more names you know from rhythm games coming soon. For their sponsorship, now through October 7th, you can use the coupon code MOTL for 10% off your ordering at shop.geekjack.com. Thanks to Geekjack for sponsoring.
Alright, for our third set here, we're going to be playing Midnight War Challenge and then Spanish Noise Dance Challenge.
Yep, 2 very hard 7s.
Yeah. Midnight War is another one that I think I'm excited to see played. Like, it's a newer card. I haven't really seen it played at tournaments too much. It's both, it has a lot of crossovers at the sort of listed BPM 156, and then also has some very hard 24th notes runs, which require a lot of foot speed.
Of course. Even some bursts and even some very egregious jumps, too.
Right off the bat here, we got some little crossover section.
Yeah.
I think everyone but shoopa can get those crossovers. Shoopa often double step.
Alright, here comes the first burst.
Yeah. Wow. We see already some, like, gap from that. That's such a hard burst. If your legs lock up on that, you lose so much X. Akemi sort of falling behind a bit. Really most of that burst.
Yeah, they're still not out of the crossover force just yet. There's even more. Alright, they take a little break.
Super close right now between Andrew and chez.
Alright, there's the spark and that jump. Akemi managing to get those jumps.
Wow, nice. Have some sort of normal screens here before getting back into the crossover stuff.
I totally forgot about that staircase first.
Yeah. It's neck and neck right now.
Yeah, they're still holding strong, never letting up, trying to lead their competition trying to leave their competition fast.
The ending is quite difficult. There's a very tricky crossover here.
And big streams too. And it's still neck and neck. There's still a lot more songs left.
Actually, really hard too.
Yeah.
Cheswick's kind of maybe pulling away a bit the jacks, but it's
Oh my
really
goodness.
close again.
It all comes down to this last crossover. Oh my goodness. Oh!
Cheswick's kind of dropped a miss right at the end there and lost it. Andrew just barely pulling away. Wow, that was super close.
What a fight between Cheswick and Andrew. Oh my goodness.
That was a great tournament song. I really enjoyed seeing that. It's exciting all the way to the end. Like it's a little bit backloaded, but it also has some really spicy parts. Not right at the end, so
Everybody's
it's
so
exciting to see it go back and forth.
everybody's so hyped up. We still got one more song to do. What does the standings look like right now?
Andrew is leading by a bit. It would still be possible for shoopa to come back.
All right.
This is a random song, nobody's pick. Both a physically difficult and also quite technical 17, I would say.
Yeah.
Pretty relentless. It kind of has it all too. It's got step jumps, it's got crossovers, it's got some
gallops.
rhythms.
It's got gallops and 12th notes. And I think anchors too.
Yeah, and it has that little like first section in the 12 notes in the 17.
It really is a little bit of everything 17.
Yeah, excited to see this one. Andrew's looking really good. I feel like the last few songs, yeah, he's won the last, he actually won the last 4 songs in a row after struggling a bit on New Millennium, so he's really feeling it right now, I think.
Okay then. All right, getting right into the 12s. All right, players starting off very strong after that section.
Nobody can touch you. Show 'em off.
The intro starts off not so bad before getting into some of the, it's still tiring, but it's not quite as technical as some of the parts that come later.
Yeah. All right, I believe these are the patterns that are going to be seeing a lot of breaking apart. But even so,
Now we start to have a lot of these crossovers in here.
What a show.
great job by all players managing to hold on to the PFC until with a really hard pattern coming
We
in.
have this very tricky 12-note section with reverse and crossovers. Everyone handling that quite well. Very close right now between Andrew and Cheswick's.
Yeah, once again.
I do wonder whether Akemi and shoopa might be just feeling it a little bit after that last set.
Yeah, there's still some more 12 notes in the back, where the foot switches now become jacks.
And then you have this really hard step jump section.
Yeah, jump section.
Oh, it's still so close. They're really just neck and neck. It's going back and forth.
And Sternild was just, yeah, here's some more gallops.
600 combo.
Oh my goodness, still
You're
neck
the
and
one
neck.
they came to see. You're a rock star.
As I'm saying, it's all zero.
You're gonna have to hold your breath for this one.
Yeah.
It comes down to
And the
maybe
final
the very last little step jump.
and the stream that comes at the end. Hold your breath, guys.
700 combo.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Andrew just barely.
What?
Full combo.
What?
Oh yeah.
A tie?
I think Andrew maybe got a miss on the very last notes. I
What?
couldn't quite see.
No. What?
I think Andrew is saying he thinks it maybe wasn't him. Maybe it was a pad issue on the miss, but I think it doesn't matter. Regardless of whether him or Ches won that
Yeah.
song, he is, I believe, gonna move on into the next pool. So
Oh my
But
goodness.
great performance from both of them. There were so many songs in that set that were so close between Andrew and Chess Mix.
I need to see
was
that.
really
I need to
exciting.
see a replay. What happened?
Andrew is
Congratulations
gonna
to
be
Andrew.
officially advancing to the